Hello everyone, this is Kat, or Craze Cat, or Crafty Fox with Milk, whatever channel or platform I'm posting this on, because I don't even know yet. Today we're going to be talking about Halloween, which you guys might be confused about, and I'm going to need you to shut up and just deal with it. As we all know, I do not have a good pacing style. I do not pace myself at all. I quite frankly suck at it. So I'm going to start working on my Halloween costume in August, because I know it'll probably take me longer than that, and I'll probably still be late and not finish this whole costume in time. Anyways, enough about me and more about what I'm actually doing in the video. For this first part, I'm just going to be sketching out my design, because I've never really done that with any other Halloween costume that I've made before in the past, which I have made Halloween costumes before in the past, I've just never posted them. This one is going to be a simple one. Besides the head and the hooves and about everything, this one's actually kind of pretty hard now that I think about it. The design looks very simple. It's just a pumpkin head that's sad looking and has a little crown and is kind of spooky looking. I already know what I'm going to make the head out of, which is how you make those homemade piñatas with a balloon, newspaper with glue, and I'm actually currently making the head as I'm recording this video. Anyways, I hope this costume gets finished in time, and I will be posting update videos on it probably once every 1 to 2 to 3 weeks. Hopefully it gets finished in time, and I'll also be posting animations and stuff like that on the side as well, because you guys seem to enjoy that. I also know that there's probably wind going on in the background. Literally a tornado just hit our entire area around us yesterday, and I'm too lazy to get my mini mic, so y'all gonna have to deal with it. Anyways, bye losers, I gotta go get ready for work. I hope another mini tornado comes around and takes my work. I'm literally recording this audio in my echoey ass garage right now, and it's 10:30 in the middle of the night, man. And yeah, I know it's been a month. I don't need you guys to remind me. Anyways, without further ado, the thing I'm actually doing in the video is working on the dumb project that took me way too long than it was supposed to. And in this video, I'm going to be showing the first third of what I have done. I'm honestly still praying that I get this done before Halloween. Honestly, the first step took way longer than it was supposed to, because I did the balloon trick, because I was building the base of the pumpkin head, but I made it way too fucking small. So then I had to cut open the pumpkin, make it larger, and it took literally an extra month to do all that, because it took ages to smooth out the pumpkin, and in the end it looked a little clunky and stuff, but whatever, it's a pumpkin, it's not supposed to be perfect. I'm also working on the gloves for this video, so I'm going to be moving around a lot in this video. So I'm working on the sculpting of the fingers, which I'm going to put in resin molds, and then I'm going downstairs and I'm cutting up the insides of the pumpkin so I can actually stick my head in it, because at one point I couldn't stick my actual head in there. And I'm also digging the hole deeper so my whole head can fit in there and my whole chin isn't sticking out. I had to grab a knife because it was really hard to dig through this stuff, and there was so many layers, and it was so annoying, and I had to keep sharpening my knife in between the slices. Anyways, with the resin mold, it was kind of hard, and I was kind of scared because I never did it before. So I grabbed my can of piss and I mixed them together, and it low-key doesn't look like piss, it looks like another bodily fluid that I will not mention in this video. Anyways, after that I finally got started finishing the final layer of the pumpkin, because it was taking me for freaking ever, and I was enjoying some toast and some hot chocolate, mind you. I finally got the sketch on, and I finally got my molds cut open because I completely forgot about them. I started doing the resin molds and they turned out perfectly. I got some scotch tape rolls and put them in the eyes along with some toilet paper rolls to make them more, I'm not gonna say realistic, more cool looking, you'll see in the end. Anyways, I started spray painting all the bigger objects like the pumpkin and the stem, and slowly, one by one, my resin molds started popping out, and I went over them again with a clear coat of resin to give them more of that nice shine. And then I started sewing in one by one the fingers along with these little pads to make them more animalistic. And I gotta remember how I even did that web technique, because it looks really cool. After that, I spray painted all the objects and everything, and it was actually starting to come together. And at one point in this project, I thought I wasn't even gonna finish it, and I thought I was gonna scrap it. I'm happy that I didn't, because I low-key was having a mental breakdown the whole time. Anyways, while I was downstairs in the basement, I found my friend Steve. He was chilling. That's basically all I have done so far. I have the pumpkin, and then I have the claws. I haven't even gotten started on the feet yet, so that will probably be my last video. I'm hoping that next video will be me finishing the hands and the head, and mostly me just painting it, and my last video will just be the shoes and then me showing the final product. So hopefully I get this done before Halloween. I'm literally praying. Yeah, I'm recording this while I'm fucking sick. As of editing this video, I've actually already finished the hands, so they didn't take too long. Also, shout out to my boy Gizmo, who, as I was sewing on the beans to my hands, tried to throw up all over my bed and was being a little bitch. Dude, he's actually so pissed. Alright guys, let's get the video started with the fact that I'm not doing those stupid ass shoes that I said I was gonna do, because the stuff I was gonna put in the resin and the molds and stuff like that, then I was gonna make a mold of, just like the claws, and that would take way too long, first off, and I don't even think I'd have that finished by Halloween, because the silicone has to like harden for like 2 to 3 days, and there's this whole process included, and I think it's just honestly gonna look dumb. So I'm not gonna do it. Oh, I have no idea what I'm gonna do with those like $20 Adidas heels now, but you know, whatever, a loss is a loss. Now let's actually get to the purpose of this video, which is me finishing my costume, since I'm not gonna make another video about the stupid feet. First thing I did was put a little light in there. I was originally gonna rip it apart and make it smaller, but it was actually able to fit into the head perfectly, since the head had a lot of room on the inside. I started off with painting the head and doing a light coat of some light orange that was really watered down, and then I ended up doing too dark of a orange layer, which is what I was trying not to do. Eventually I was able to fix it by putting a lot of yellow on it, even though it continued to look like a giant cheese ball. Although luckily, after adding the details around like the engraves and the pumpkin and adding some darker oranges and started putting some little speckles all over the pumpkin and doing some darker lines, I was able to make it look a little bit more realistic, aka look less like a cheese ball. And for the stem, I did something really quick, and the paint wasn't really sticking on, so I just had to put a lot of green paint on and just hope it'd stick all in one go, and it did, luckily. And by the way, the film past this point I had to rush and hurry up and do in the morning, because I had to go to a Halloween party at the end of the day. So rushily in the morning before I had to go to work, I had to put in the black film behind the eyes, and then later in the day I sewed in some teal pieces of cardboard, and I chose teal because they're a complementary color to the orange and they'd really stick out. Color theory for you. The reason I put the teal eyes in is because I didn't like how it looked kind of empty, and I really liked that the way I did the eyes, so that way they were like kind of indented, so whenever you would walk around the pumpkin it would kind of look like it was consistently looking at you. It honestly surprised me the amount of overlap when it came to constructing the pumpkin face and the dinosaur masks that I used to do. The eyes were made in honestly very similar ways, but honestly the eyes on the pumpkin are really easier to see out of, unless it's really dark and you're doing trick-or-treating and you almost fall into a ditch about 3 times. Anyways, here's some clips and photos of me and my friends. Some of the photos are from the Halloween party that I was invited to, and also some trick-or-treating that I did with me and my friends as well. It was honestly really fun constructing this, and I really liked the end product that I got. I honestly thought I was gonna have a mental breakdown again and just give up and not have enough time to finish it, but honestly it wasn't too bad. And don't worry about me disappearing for a very long time, because I already have some footage for my next video that I'm going to post, so it won't take too long, maybe 1 or 2 weeks if I'm lazy, which I very much am, so yeah.